Good day, coach.
Yeah, good day.
It's a lovely one. When we again for our preview against Broad City last weekend, we had to play against the defending champions in Beyond Limit. It was a very thin loss, and maybe we should start with that and take us back through that.
Yeah, that was a very good game for the lads, and it was a very high tempo game from first minute to 90th minutes. The boys were running everywhere. Attacking, defending, and for us, our game plan was to make sure we deny them time and space on the ball. They are very mobile. They run a lot, and we were ready to run with them to deny them. Time and space on the ball. And if you watch that match, we achieved that by forcing them not to play their way. They all of a sudden, that's a side that likes to, play the ball around. But in that match, if you watch it, they decided to go for long balls. And again, we made some errors that led to 2 goals. All the 3 goals on that match were scored in the first 10 minutes. And that's to show you how, from the very kickoff, it was very high tempo for both sides. For me, we lost the game 2-1, but there were so many positives. I can't, keep talking. I can't get tired of talking about how well Itunu played that particular match. It was as if we discovered a new player in him, and he's shown the hunger that he's ready. He's ready to take over that shed. And also Akire's form, we can't stop talking about how, he gets those few chances and his conversion is just solid. So for that game, I think we lost, but if you look at it, we still played, and we if we can play that way, taking it to Broad City, I don't see how we won't get a result.
Broad City, talk about Broad City. This is a thing we lost to on the first leg, and in the manner in which we considered in that game, very early goals, and it was as though they rushed us into the game. And how do we prepare for this one, knowing fully well Broad City is a very well structured and decent side too?
Again, Brussels is one of the respected sides in the league, and we're currently on same points, 25 points each. And we know whoever wins this particular fixture is going to maintain their position in the top 4. And for us, that's our target this season. We want to end up in the top 4, and we have to take it a game at a time. For Broad City, like you rightly said, they won the game in the first 45. The second 45, we controlled all of second 45 in that match. And for me, I think the selection that day was not too good. And I believe we'll do things differently this time around. And we understand how they play. They understand how we play. But again, it's a player to a player. We have our game plan. We've prepared well for this. And I believe we have more than enough to you take the match to them.
We were not able to, probably score on the last time against them, or probably
Yeah, there was a
did
goal.
score.
Idowu scored. Yeah, he
But
ended 4-1.
yeah, and now we have a player in Taiwo Akire. You mentioned earlier about his improvement in the attack, and let's talk about this enticing young man.
Yes, we all can see how he plays. He's hungry. He's trying to prove that he's ready for the elite leagues, and that's a player that his style of play is just unique and direct. He doesn't joke around. Very pacey, powerful. Runs behind the line. He can shoot. He's got aerial strength. He's just an all-round typical African striker, and we can see the last 3-4 games he's played, the centre backs that played against him, you could tell they had to walk all through the 90 minutes. If you go back to the game against Beyond Limit, the centre back was red carded due to the aggressiveness between him and Taiwo. He got the first yellow card, got another card. So that's a striker that keeps the centre back really busy, and is someone we're very hopeful of, and we think if he can continue his development this way, is someone meant for the major leagues.
Right, and we'll be seeing more of Taiwo Akire. And now let's talk about the squad. And talking about the squad, the TCC window for registration of new players is coming to an end, and we know you and the management have decided to add and to beef up the squad. And do you want us to know? How do you want us to know more about these guys?
Yes, we've been conducting our scouting and some trials for players all month long, and we've seen some decent players that we feel, if added to the squad, they can continue their development. They can help us, get to the finish line this season. I think so far we have an attacking midfielder, a winger, a left back, a centre back, and a DM. And some of them got their debut at the last game, and some might get theirs this game. But I think we've been able to recruit properly so that each department there's decent competition, and we have quality for every match we want to play.
Oh, wow. So how are we looking out in terms of injuries? We talked about injuries in the last weekend. Probably we missed one of the players. And how are we looking out this weekend?
I think we're good. All players fresh, hungry to get back on the pitch. For the league, we want to quickly forget the loss against Beyond Limit and focus on getting another 3 points to make sure we end up in that top 4 of the table. It's a target for the players. We understand that. The coaching department too understands, and that's what we're working around the clock to make sure at the end of the season we're in the top 4.
And hopefully we even go further, but we aim for the top 4 and we aim for a victory also tomorrow. And for now, that'll be all. And see you in the next one.
Yeah, thank you.